Scribbler 2, Project 5, Subroutines. So far you have learned to make the Scribbler robot go straight and to turn. You have created some quite intricate programming to make your robot negotiate a maze. I'm sure that you noticed that there was a lot of repetition in your programming. Perhaps you wondered if there was a way to simplify all that drudgery. In the next couple of projects, you will learn 2 ways to simplify your programs. Today, you're going to find that you can easily create groups of instructions that do a specific job, and then reuse that code many times. These are called subroutines. You're going to write a group of handy subroutines, each of which does some smaller part of a larger task. Then you will use these subroutines to do something more complex. But first, what is a subroutine? A subroutine is a reusable set of instructions designed to perform a frequently used operation within a program that can be referred to as often as needed. So if you program a section that's used often, create it as a subroutine, then you can call it as often as you need it. This means that you have just one call block in your program instead of the whole series of blocks. So you may have noticed that many blocks contain the gear icons. The green gear stands for your main program, but any other color gear is going to be a subroutine. So in this project, you're going to create a program that uses subroutines to display Morse code characters on your LEDs, a lot like sailors used to do from ship to ship. I'm going to show you 2 letters, S and O. In Morse code, S is dit, 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 and O is da, da, da. So if you want to send SOS, the International Message for Help Me, you're going to blink the light 3 times fast, dit, 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 3 times slowly, da, 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 then blink the lights 3 times fast again, dit, dit, dit. Okay. So the first subroutine that we're going to make is going to be a dit. It's going to blink the LED on and off once for a short duration. This is the block that you use to make a new subroutine. We can give it one of 7 colors, but right now I'm going to stick to yellow. Now I'm going to make that light blink. Yep, I want it on. And I want it to stay on for a short time. Let's say a quarter of a second. There we go. And now I want those lights to switch off. And I want it to wait for a little longer. Let's say half a second. So now I have my subroutine to flash a dit. Let's put in a subroutine. Now it's orange to flash a da. Now I could cut and paste this stuff, but for some reason it's been giving me a lot of trouble, so I'm just going to put them in again. Okay, so I've got my lights on. And now this time I want it to flash for longer, because this is my da. So we're going to make it 3/4 of a second. There we go. And now I want the lights off. And then we're going to have it wait half a second again. Okay, so now I have my subroutine for a dit and for a da. At the moment, our main program is still empty. We're only going to populate that once we've got all our subroutines. And I could populate that. I could call yellow, 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 orange, 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 but I'm not going to do that. Because we can simplify it even further. Why don't we make a subroutine for each letter? So to make the subroutine for the letter S, we need to program dit, dit, dit. So let's add another subroutine block. Yes, I'm going to leave it red. And inside it, we're going to call the yellow subroutine 3 times, followed by a delay. So here is the call the subroutine block in the lower left corner of the action bar. We're going to click on it and drop it into place. And now it's asking me which subroutine I want to call. So I could call any color that I have, but I want to call the yellow because I want to do dit, dit, dit. So I'm calling yellow. And then I'm not going to use copy because I've done this program 5 times already. So we're just going to do it the long way. Okay, and now I want to add a 1-second pause on the end. So let's put that in, and that's easy because it's already 1 second. So now I have a subroutine for the letter S. Now we're going to create the subroutine for the letter O. So I'm going to create another subroutine, and this time I want to call the DAR, the orange program. So I'm going to call a subroutine, and this time I want it to be orange. Shall we see if we can copy? Oh, it worked. You can't believe what trouble it's been giving me. Okay, and now again we want a 1-second pause. So now we've got a subroutine for dit, a subroutine for dar, a subroutine for dit, 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 which is S, and a subroutine for dar, 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 which is O. So now we can program the robot to flash SOS. We're going to call a subroutine, put it in here, and what we want is the S, which is the red one. That was my cat knocking something over. Now we're going to call another subroutine, and this time we want the DAR. So we're going to find that bright fuchsia color, and then we're going to put in another subroutine, and again we want red. Why is it not giving me the red? Okay, so this time I'm going to copy. Yes. There we go. Now if I download this to my robot, it's going to signal SOS. Help me!